All right, class, here's number 9. Hopefully I can get this in before the bell comes and a whole bunch of kids come into the room, but we'll see. Okay, so here is the data. The question is, they want to know if this is a normal distribution. So there's a couple things involved here. First, we have to figure out what the mean and standard deviation is of this set of data so that we can determine if it's a normal distribution. Because if we have the mean and standard deviation, then we can figure out how many should actually be between these two numbers, and that's what's going to go here. How much should be between these two numbers, and that would go here. So anyways, you might see, this might seem familiar with this because we've already done this a number of times in previous sections. Anyways, I have the data in here. Question students get is, how do you get 54? Well, that's going to be 49.5. Well, it's the midpoint of each of these. So what I did is 49.5 plus 58.5, and then I divided that by 2. That's how you find the midpoint. Okay, so that's 54. And then I did that for all of these, and it turns out they were just going up by 9. So if you guys remember, that would be what do we call it? Anyways, they're going up by 9s for each of these. The class width, there it is, the class width. Okay, so now, and then I just put the frequencies, 1961 into L2. So how do I find out what the mean and standard deviation of this is? Well, I'm going to quit out of here, go to stat. It's one var stats, and I have my data in L1, that's these numbers here, and then I have how many of those numbers here. So obviously this is an estimate because not all of our values are at 54. We might have 2 at 49.5, 2 at 58.5, or whatever, but we have 19 total that are in this group, so this is our best guess at an average, is our best average we can do. I'm going to put my frequency list here, hit enter. Okay. Now, so this is giving me the data. I go back into edit. In L3, so now I want to figure out how much I should expect here. So to get that number, it's, and you know, pause the video here, see if you can figure it out. Okay, but if not, here we go. So go vars, it'd be normal CDF. So in the range of 49.5 to 58.5, so 49.5 is our lowest. 58.5 is our biggest. We want to put our mean here. So that's in vars, number 5, and that's number 2. Okay, and we want to put our standard deviation here, vars, 5, and this comes from a sample, so I'm going to use number 3.
Thank you everyone for donating for the Given Tree. We have the results to our very successful competition. The winning class of the grades 7 through 9 is 7th grade with 476 items.
And now, for the senior high results of grades 10 through 12. It was one of the closest competitions yet. Coming in second place with 1,471 items is the juniors. And in first place with a total of 1,537 items is the seniors. Along with all the food items donated, the grand total of $2,083 was donated to the food shelf. As well, this included a generous last-minute money contribution donation. I would like to thank everyone for participating in the season of giving.
I guess that's how you hang up a phone. Anyways, so since we were rudely interrupted, I'll talk about this a little bit. We're going to put the normal CDF of the range, 58.5 to 67.5, with the mean we found and the standard deviation we found. But now that's going to give you a decimal. That's because that's an area, right? And what we need to do is take that times the total number of values. So this total, and that's what we're getting is 63. So here's our L2, And we're going to compare L2 and L3 when we're all done here. So you can, hopefully we're able to stay with me through that announcement. And it'll probably get a little more noisy as students roll in here, but I'll just kind of chug through here. And hopefully you can again stay with this. So vars 5, 1, hit enter. We got 3 of them. Normal CDF. This time we want 76.5. To the next one is 85.5. Go down to paste. Times n. Hit enter. There we go. Whoops, did it again. Vars number 2. Okay, this time 85.5 to 94.5. Hit paste. Times n. And there we go. Quit out of that. So those are these values. You probably should put them in. And then they just went to the nearest integer. Okay, check answer here. Good. Critical value. It's going to get pretty noisy in here, so I'll probably stop right there. Hopefully you can get it from there.